Everybody in?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
See that thing? The red light is blinking, and that means we're recording the latest episode of Three Men and a Baby Face. I am Kaiser Soze, and as always, I am joined with the best casters of pod in the industry. I'm talking about my man, Smooth B25 in Southern Florida. What's good, Smooth?
What up, what up, what up?
And we got his little cousin somewhere in South Beach, Sonic Nerd. What's good, Sonic?
I'm good, man. I'm happy that I survived Hurricane Matthew, so I'm here.
God bless us all. And also, somewhere in Miami, my man, frat brother, Neo Gotenks. What's good?
What's going on, YouTubers?
Wow, coming in that HD repping República Dominicana. I see that. Oh, damn, rep that jersey. Yo, we got to talk basketball on the next podcast. But today, hey, real quick, Sonic, Gears of War, man. You're all over that, huh? Gears of War 4?
I'm all over it, man. I'm not loving the campaign as much as I thought I was going to love it, but multiplayer is on point. Horde is on point.
Even though matchmaking, I heard bad things about the matchmaking.
Who told you that? Matchmaking is perfect.
Really? Kotaku?
No.
Like
It's the Sony crew. It's the Sony crew. That's what
It's the same people on NeoGAF. They're spreading lies and rumors. No, matchmaking is perfect.
That's coming from Vice President of the Sony crew, actually.
Well, yeah, and I will say that this is a must get if you're an Xbox One owner. This is a must buy, and this is a system seller right here. So yeah, I'm all for this.
Wow, excellent.
I don't want to go too deep into Gears, but visually, crack.
It ain't that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it looked that great. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Sony's back. All right, like Sony's back in the building. Here we go, guys. Hey, but you know what? Speaking of which, so last week they had that stream, and I know we all saw it because we were talking about it right afterwards. There was like a 4-hour stream of Gears of War right before the launch of the video game. And the thing that had us all like our jaws dropped was how subtly they mentioned that Universal is working on a film. It's in production, a Gears of War film. And then I was like, all right, we got to talk about it on the podcast because earlier this year I had mentioned to everyone how this year Hollywood was going to be paying attention to the video game industry because we got 4 video game movies. Last year we got 1 with Agent 47. Usually we get 1 or 2 a year. But this year we got 4. You know, Ratchet and Clank it, World of Warcraft, that's the big one.
Wait. Ratchet and what? Ratchet and what?
Oh man. Come on, bro. This is Nintendo over here.
Say that one time.
Clank it.
All right. Okay. I haven't seen that one.
Look at the comments right now. Look at everybody writing in right now. All right, take it easy, everyone.
Oh my god.
Real talk, never played it. When it comes to them type of games, if I'm on platform, and I go to Nintendo. But anyway, so we're talking movies right now, okay? Gears of War, there's a movie coming out, Assassin's Creed also, so all this is happening. Hollywood is definitely paying attention. I'm going to start over there with my man, Smooth B25. Smooth, I wanted to do a buy or sell here, man. Buy or sell the idea of video games being the new hot trend in Hollywood. Kind of the way that Sonic would say that superheroes blew up in 2009. So is this the next trend? Video games, buy or sell? Let's go.
Does Angry Birds count, or because that was,
It does. No, but it does because that's the thing is we got to look at this from Hollywood's perspective, and to them, Angry Birds is just another video game property. You know, like they're not hardcore like we are. So yeah, that counts.
So for me, I'm saying I'm selling. It's really, really tough to make a really good video game movie. You think about games that we play. I mean, I think the hardest part is that these games, 6-8 hour campaigns, 20-hour campaigns, a Zelda game like a 60-hour campaign, and you try to wrap that up into a 2-hour movie. It's really hard to do. Some games take 2 hours to start before it starts getting good, and trying to introduce characters and certain elements. I mean, this is not gameplay in movies, so you replace that with action scenes, but to me, it's kind of hard to build that up for most games. I mean, there are exceptions. There have been some good video game movies. Resident Evil, Tomb Raider was good. But other than that,
what I'm hearing from you, though, Smooth, is that like it's a fundamental problem. Like you're just saying that those two mediums don't transfer over well. So it can't happen. It can't happen. It's not that it won't happen now or later. It's just it can't.
But Smooth.
They'll try.
Like Mario?
What's that?
Like Mario Brothers?
Yeah, that was garbage. Super Mario Brothers was garbage. Mortal Kombat was garbage. Street Fighter was garbage.
Whoa.
You can't.
Mortal Kombat was garbage.
Well, hold on.
We lost Smooth for a while, but he came in hard. When we finally got some audio,
was
he came
good.
in hard.
Mortal Kombat 1 was good.
That's pretty good, man.
And the remake was even better.
I don't know, man. I mean, to make a movie around the fighting game, I mean, you know, the core element of those games is fighting, and turning it into a movie, I mean, you know, it really didn't translate that well, in my opinion. But games that have a decent backstory and stuff that you can branch out, like Resident Evil, Tomb Raider, you know, that was successful, but it's going to be hard for it to become the new Marvel or a new superhero trend, because it's really not going to be that many movies that you know, catch on that way.
You know what's funny is like, so I'm actually, there's some of that I do believe in. Like, I didn't really think about the whole medium thing, because one thing about superhero movies is comics are very visual, a lot more visual than books. So it's actually probably easier to transfer over from comic books to movies, because there's so much more visual. Where when it comes to a book, the visuals are in your imagination, right? Like, it's all literal. So I guess
when it comes to comics, like a lot of the stories are already there. The backstories are there. You can split them up into however many movies you want. It's like everything's already written for them.
But okay, how about, you recently been talking about Drake, and you said that it was next-gen storytelling. Mm-hmm. Quote. I don't know what that means, but that's what just happened there. So that next-gen storytelling, is that something that can't be transferred over to Hollywood?
I think it can be. Because there's, 3 or 4 games now in the series? I mean, there's enough story there as well where I think that's one of the games that can be turned into a movie.
Okay, so you think that it can happen, but you're still selling the idea of it being the next trend?
Yes.
I'll say I'll do a soft buy here, and this is wise because okay, so yeah, so here's let's start with the movies that just came out. World of Warcraft was a huge failure domestically. I don't know anyone that's actually watched it. Maybe our boy Eddie watched it, but he is a WoW player. But for the most part, I don't know anyone that I talk to on a day-to-day basis that's watched the movie.
I've seen it, but I've seen it. The problem with the movie is that it assumes that you know everything about World of Warcraft. So the problem is the whole time you're watching it, you're like, I don't get, but why? How? So then eventually you're lost. You're lost the whole way. There's no kind of backstory, no explanation, you know. So that was the problem.
We're going to get a sequel. We're going to get a sequel because the movie did incredibly international. Huge numbers. You know, we're talking superhero type numbers. So we're getting a sequel. Did we lose Neo? Is Neo just like in awe of what I just said, or did he lose video? What's going on over there?
No. Can you see me?
There you go. We're back.
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not surprised that it did well internationally, right? But look at it this way. Suicide Squad did well internationally. So I take it with a grain of salt.
Right. But here's the thing is that Hollywood really doesn't care. When it comes to Hollywood, it's not about substance, right? Hollywood could give two shits about whether the movie is actually good. They only care about how many tickets get sold. I mean, let's be real here. There's an Angry Birds movie because they're the install base, not because there's a story there. It just came out this week. The first, what do you call these things? The first teasers for the Emoji movie. There's an Emoji movie. On the teaser, there's a piece of poo. The piece of poo, you know the poo emoji is on the poster. I can't. My mind was blown. This is real. So listen, Hollywood does not care whether there's a story there. They can manufacture. Okay. So that's the first thing about it is. So when they're looking at these things and they see wow, the install base there, and then they see that there's an install base with Assassin's Creed of 100 million engine. And unfortunately, I think that Assassin's Creed, and I've heard other people say this, Assassin's Creed is going to dictate a lot of what's going on here. I think that if the Assassin's Creed does well, we're going to get green-lighted for a lot more movies. Because first of all, they're always getting green-lit. It's not like we're not hearing rumors about movies being created all the time. Halo had Steven Spielberg behind it at one point. Far Cry's been done 4 times. And Far Cry's not even like a popular... So to me, it's definitely going to come. Unfortunately, it relies on Assassin's Creed. While there's going to be a sequel to that, we just saw a second remake of Hitman, another property that probably doesn't warrant it. And what I'm getting at is it trending up? Not in the way of the superheroes, but I think that, let me take it a step back. The next big thing I think is actually like independent horror movies. Okay, like we saw like 4 or 5 movies this year that cost $10 million to make and made $100 million. Conjuring just made its second sequel and now they're doing a second tie-in. So like that's the next big thing. But right there, I think is video games. And so I'm doing a soft buy that, yeah, it's the next big thing. I mean, it's not fucking with DC and Marvel. It's not superheroes, but yeah, we're going to see a lot more of this. I do.
Wait, DC, what?
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm selling. Like, this is a hard sell. But I'm going to disagree with Smooth even though we're both selling. I'm gonna disagree with the reason why he's selling. So it's not that we don't have enough source material. Like there's games like BioShock, right? That's a minimum 15-hour experience where you build plenty of backstory for the character you play as, for the villains in the game. There's audio books. There's the voiceovers. There's a whole bunch of things that are going on at the same time, and there's plenty of backstory. So I don't think that that's the issue. The issue is, and I'm gonna let Hollywood in on a little secret. The secret is make a good movie. Okay, make a good movie, people will come. Okay, I'm looking at. Here's the thing.
Where's the golf clap sound effect? Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna say this. Like, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, right, is the second highest grossing video game movie, $131 million lifetime gross in the box office. That movie wasn't very good. If you go back and watch it right now, the movie wasn't great. Okay, but it at the time it sold because it had Angelina Jolie, who was hot at the time, and Tomb Raider,
and
Lara
it was
Croft.
cast perfectly. It was cast perfectly.
Right, but it still pales in comparison to your top comic book movies, which will gross over $500 million.
So
yeah, and I don't think so. To stop you right there, I wasn't saying that there wasn't enough source material. There are games that have the source material, but it's a matter of squeezing that into 2 hours. You know, I mean,
well, I could argue that comic books have even more breadth of content to squeeze into 2 hours, because you've got not only a series of comics, but you've got multiple series of comics. The Avengers has multiple series of comics.
Yeah, and that's why they have 6 movies already.
Yeah, but hold on. I think it's unfair to try to compare it to comics right now, because at the end of the day, comics they're not in their infancy. They're not even starting. They're like, 10 years deep, at least
Phase
10
3.
years deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to try to compare video games, like video game movies that were in their infancy to now where comics are now, I think it's unfair. We got to look at, let's say, Captain America, the first Avenger, the numbers that it made versus, let's say, Tomb Raider, the example that you gave. I'd like to see those numbers, because if they're closer, then, I mean, I think you have something there.
Now, what if we came at it this way, though? Because here's my thing is, okay, so you guys have heard me, and I think I've convinced you guys of this. I think that the superhero movies, the reason why Marvel's so great is because they have subgenres. So that I've told you, Winter Soldier to me is a corporate espionage. Ant-Man is a comedy, beat for beat, it's a comedy. The Guardians of the Galaxy has no superhero people as we know it. They're just aliens. It's just an intergalactic takeover. It's a sci-fi movie. So the point is, those are the genres. So in these video game movies, maybe the problem is that we're comparing it to other video game movies, and that's not a genre. That's not a genre. A genre would be, for example, Hitman has come out twice, and it's failed twice. It's not because video game movies don't work. It's because we don't want to see an assassin agency movie where a guy wears that tie.
It's not that at all. It's not that at all. It's that the movie isn't good.
So
okay, the movie wasn't good. So don't come out with another assassin agent movie. It doesn't have to do with the video game. It has to do.
I agree.
So let's do that. So if Assassin's Creed fails, let's put it on Ubisoft, and let's put it on the fact that maybe people don't want to see Inception, Matrix type shit right now. Maybe that shit is better to be convoluted in movies. Maybe if Doom doesn't work, it's because nobody wants to see a horror movie in hell with just cheap, gory graphics. So that's what I'm saying is, let's break it up and compare it to other things in its genre.
Hold on. The highest grossing video game movie was Wreck-It Ralph. Why aren't there more movies like that? That came out in 2013 during a tumultuous time where there was a lot of animation movies that came out.
Let me chime in real quick. So I think that when we're talking about video game movies, we have to treat them into 2 buckets. There's live action, and then there's animated, right? All the movies that make bread that are animated movies cater to a younger crowd. You know what I mean? So Wreck-It Ralph, that's a kid movie. It applies to adults, but it's a kid movie.
But I wouldn't even bring up Wreck-It Ralph on this, because there's no video game called Wreck-It Ralph.
The Wreck-It Ralph is not a video game movie. It's a movie that has video game characters.
No, I get that, but when I'm making the argument for it,
from the record books right there. I mean,
hold on. Here's the argument that I'm making for it. Right?
Strike that one.
Look at Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has tried to get into the movie industry using animated movies a lot. And I'm not going to say that they've failed, but it's always been lukewarm. It's because that demographic, the older demographic, may not want to go see an animated movie. They would probably rather see a live action or something that caters, to the family, or something that's humorous, but not anything that's live action. Just think, when's the last time that you went to go see, a CG movie that was action or that was a drama?
Resident Evil had a CG movie that way. It wasn't, I don't know if it was in movie theaters, but it was a really good movie.
That's a perfect example, though.
But it's
when you say it's a really good movie, it's a really good movie, but did it do box office numbers? No, it was released straight to DVD. It's straight to DVD. That's my point. If it's straight to DVD,
if we compare it to other Hollywood movies, then that animated movie doesn't.
Okay, so let's separate. Let's separate animated movies to the side, right? So then say live action. Well, I think Sonic mentioned it. They got to make a better movie. There's tons of IPs that have a breadth of just information, of story. I'm thinking of like Dead Space. I'm thinking of the BioShock series entirely. I mean, obviously Uncharted. I mean, even Devil May Cry. The whole idea that there's like
let's do that. Let's get some honorable mentions. Sonic, what video game movies would you like to see maybe come over to Hollywood?
Oh man,
done correctly, like you said, a good movie.
You know what? I would love to see a Fallout movie. I would love to see a Fallout movie. There is so much source material there.
That transfers over. I like that. That could be like a Mad Max.
Really well.
Max.
It's like a Mad Max kind of thing. I think I could transfer over really, really well. But they got to do it right, man. They got to have good casting in there with good acting, a good script. I mean, that's the key to making a good movie. You got to treat these properties like you would any other.
We got to learn lessons too, though, because we've seen a good cast already. That's happened. We've seen good casts. And what we saw with WoW is that we've seen them address the source material and cater to their fans. And that didn't work either. So it's about the masses. It's about first making a good movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to, because here's the thing. Hold on, because you could look at the Marvel movies. Let's use them as a case in point, right? They don't start assuming that the viewers know the characters. They build up. They show you how the character becomes who they are. So you can't assume like, wow, that that everyone's gonna come in knowing everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Yeah.
What about you, Smooth? You got any games that you wanna?
I mean, Uncharted would be one.
We saw Mario. We got John Leguizamo, so Dreamcast thing was already happened.
No. I know a lot of people talk about. I know there was a Zelda trailer that came out a few years ago, but I don't think I'd want to see that as a movie. I'd rather see that as a series, TV series versus a movie, because there's just so much. Again, going back to my original argument, trying to squeeze some of those bigger games into a 2-hour movie just wouldn't work. So some games I think should be better suited for a TV series, and then some will be movies. So I mean, I'd say Uncharted. I mean, that's a gimme right there.
Nice.
Hey, well,
I think that's coming.
I got a question.
I feel like Uncharted is the greatest game in the world ever invented to Smooth right now.
Neo, you need to play it. Here, I got a question. Why can't I see that. Why can't there be more Nintendo properties that get the
No.
You didn't let me finish. Hold on. Why can't there be more Nintendo properties that get the animation movie treatment?
So, okay, here's my thing. I was going to mention this earlier. In my opinion, you have to stay away from any property that is the top-selling properties, like Mario, Pokemon, Call of Duty, GTA.
Why?
Halo,
Why would you do that?
Gears. Do you know why? Because here's the thing. There's a certain expectation that everyone it's how they perceive Mario, right? You're only going to be disappointed if it's not made from Nintendo, if it's not that.
No,
in other words, don't make another Star Wars movie. Don't make another Star Wars movie.
Don't make another Avengers movie. Don't make another Spider-Man movie.
Star Wars is different. What I'm saying is this. With Mario, with Zelda, and Halo too, you have so much more to lose by having a bad movie than you have to gain by making a good one.
I don't know.
A billion.
A bad Mario movie. I mean,
you make $1 billion, bro. Now,
listen.
Okay, so my dream scenario is happening, right? I'm getting Assassin's Creed. I bought the damn ticket in February. I got to hook up through Ubisoft. I got to hook up. You can tell you this. My homegirl at Ubisoft, the project manager, gave me like the family and friends thing. So I was able to buy a ticket with the script and the jacket, like fucking back in February. I think that's available now to the public for what's left over. But yeah.
Wait a minute,
so,
we're pre-ordering movie tickets now? Is this what we're getting to?
It basically comes with DLC because I'm getting the jacket. Because I pre-ordered the jacket, so it's new age DLC, dude. They got me, man.
You gotta pay extra.
Basically.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
But you know what though? Going back to where this whole topic started, right? Gears. Do you guys think that Gears should actually be a movie? I think that it should not be. It's so
why not?
It's so unrealistic that how it's gonna be all CG. All of it's gonna be CG.
It's like Resident Evil, so what? But
no, well, this is not zombies. Have you played Gears?
It's monsters.
Guys, the game has changed. Has anybody seen the new Jungle Book movie?
Yes.
Yes. No, dude, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes. I agree.
Dude, it's one of the best films I've seen in the last 3 years, man. The whole time my mouth was open, and all I was thinking was Lion King is coming. All right? But anyway, guys, let's wrap it up. We got to wrap this shit up. We said we're going to do smaller shows because that's what the fans want. They want us. We're going to hit you up a couple times a week now, guys. You guys wanted us to hit you up maybe more frequently and maybe not tackle 3 topics every time. So instead, we're going to hit you with the one topic, and everybody loves the fun we have at the end, the little segment. Usually it's a fantasy draft. Today, we're going to do a top 3 with some honorable mentions because we couldn't get it down to 3. Guys, we're talking worst bars in hip-hop, okay? So today we did movies and video games. Now we're doing hip-hop, which we have not covered enough except for the damn Kid Cudi thing. And I bet you that my man Sonic has some Kid Cudi. Sonic, I'm going with you. Give me your number 3 worst bar in hip-hop, man. Come on, let's go.
You know what? Kid Cudi didn't make the list, man. He ain't make the list.
He's in your best bars. Best bars.
All right. I'm going to go with my man Lil Wayne. Okay? Lil Wayne, that's my dude. He's got a lot of hits. But he's got some stinking lines all over his discography. So I got a bunch here. I'm just trying to think about which one I want to pick. I'm gonna go with this one. This is off of Lil Wayne's Fireman. All right. So I'm gonna read this to you nice and straight.
Fireman, Mr. Fireman.
All right. This is the line. Come on, mama. Let the Carter make ya. Toss your fruit salad, strawberry grape ya. I'm sorry, man. Listen, man, it's corny, man. It's very corny. I don't really need to speak on it that much, but this man Lil Wayne is putting out these kind of bars, and this is a very popular song, so it just didn't compute for me. So I'm going with that. That's my number 3 pick.
You know, I'm next. My number 3. First of all, I love Lil Wayne. You know, my favorite bars are when he just goes like, Lil Wayne. That nigga's garbage. All right, so my number 3 bar is gonna have to be my boy 2 Chainz. And like you, I mean, just pick a song. Like, pick where you want me to start. So I was actually gonna go with that new shit that I like, with Chance the Rapper. But let me take it back actually to 2 Chainz featuring Drake.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Do you actually? Your boy said, and we're going to have to edit this because I lost the fucking lyric now. I'm sorry. My computer got fucking slow as shit in this bitch. Oh, man. Why don't you go, Neo? What's yours, Neo? Come back to me. I'm sorry.
So, Cannabis is one of my favorite rappers. I think everybody who knows Cannabis knows him for bars. Bars. But when you actually look at the lyrics of some of those bars, they're actually really terrible, right? So in the second round knockout, right, he's dissing LL Cool J, right? And he goes, you might have more cash than me, but you don't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass like me.
Oh!
What are you saying?
Yo,
MCs, man. He eats MCs for breakfast.
What are you saying? No, you can't get a pass on that one. You can't get a pass on that one.
what can I say?
And you know what the worst part about it is? Everybody has spit that verse, has rocked that song, the second round knockout, has worked out to that song.
I had that as one of mine as well because that's one of those songs where
that is awesome.
This track, and then it's like, yeah, you may got more cash than me, but you ain't got the skills to eat a nigga's ass. Like, wait, it's like, whoa. Yeah,
right,
man.
so I got two. I got two for 2 Chainz, all right? Go back. 2 Chainz. The first one was from Chance the Rapper, right? This is literally, the lyric is just like, it's not even a lyric. He says, Petey Pablo, take your shirt off, wave around your head like a helicopter. That's it. The nigga just tells you what to do. He just said, Petey Pablo, take your shirt off, wave around your head like a helicopter. Boom. Done. That's fucking 2 Chainz.
Bars.
But his best line is with Drake. Your boy says, name a nigga that wants some. I'll rap his ass, I'll trap his ass. Put his ass in a plastic bag with his trashy ass. Take him out.
You know what the sad part is? I know that song, and when he's singing that, I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
Name a nigga that wants something. I'll rap his ass, I'll trap his ass. Put his ass in a plastic bag with his trashy ass. Take him out. Damn. Save me.
Okay, hold on. So can I drop you? Can I drop another cannabis gem?
Go for it.
Another one. All right. So this is Common in Cannabis, Mathematically Aware, one of the dopest beats and dopest songs. It's simple. I'm your worst nightmare squared. That's double for those who ain't mathematically aware.
This can't be real, man.
Really?
This guy, wow. I'm not really into this dude, but he sounds like the worst rapper of all time. This is awful.
No, he's not. That's the worst part.
Hey,
what do you got, Smooth?
I'm gonna drop. Oh, man, Smooth.
I got so Neo stole one of mine, but Nicki Minaj, who's supposed to be one of the best female rappers out there. I mean, you pick any one of her songs. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there that's just garbage. I mean, I guess some of it is just poppy and going with the beat or whatever. But one of my all-time favorite, or should I say least favorite, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe, you a stupid hoe.
Bars.
Bars.
I like that. Bars.
I mean, and again, pick any one of her songs, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna pull from one of my favorite rappers, actually. And I hate myself for doing this, but I'm gonna go to my man Kanye West. Okay, Kanye West off of The Life of Pablo. All of you guys must have heard it, and I'm sure everybody listening has probably heard this lyric already. Off of one of his most popular songs, Father Stretch My Hands, Part 1. The very, very first bar that he spits in the song, no sort of introduction. Now if I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleached in my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like an asshole. Bars. Okay.
Wordplay.
Okay. I think this was a diss to Amber Rose, actually. Still egregious nonetheless, but I'll tell you what, I went to the Kanye show a few weeks ago. When this lyric came on, this was the one that everybody knew. So he's doing something right, man. I gotta give it to him.
So I got one of the hottest lyricists out as well. So I gotta throw some shade on him. We're talking about the great Trinidad James.
The goat,
your boy Trinidad James, more bars than a prison cell. Your boy said this on a track with August called I Love This Shit. He said, she gonna do what she want and think it's okay. And think it's okay. I said, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. He say nothing. That was somebody paid him to feature him on a track. Somebody said, pay this nigga $250,000 to feature him on a track.
You know what would be messed up about that is if he had a ghostwriter. I feel bad for him. I feel bad. Let me tell you, if he had a ghostwriter
and think it's okay. What the fuck?
Man.
Ghostwriter was Nicki Minaj, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me drop one more. Well, I got a bunch of these, but I'll drop another one. And these are all by rappers that I like to listen to. That is like that I just grew up listening to. Everybody has heard this line. Super Thug, Noriega.
Oh man.
We light a candle, run laps around the English Channel. Neptune, I got a Cocker Spaniel. It's like You're just rhyming shit for the sake of rhyming shit.
Come on, man. That's a classic, though. You can't. Nah, man. That's a classic bar. That's classic.
Yeah, you
put
can
that on.
Noriega says though.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much everything.
All right, so I could do the same thing with Young Thug, like 2 Chainz. Like we can do anything with Young Thug. This is a line. This is how your boy Young Thug comes out of the gate. Your boy said, "Busting out the bando, a nigga jewelry real metal like a candle." That shit don't even rhyme, man. He said,
Yo, man.
"My jewelry is metal like a can opener."
Hey, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Young Thug's hive is aggressive. They will beat you up in the comment section. Believe me. Young Thug has a following, man.
They coming at me with skirts and shit. I'm running.
Dude.
I'm fighting niggas with skirts. Fuck
Well,
around.
they can't run the heels. So you're all right. They can't run the heels. You'll be okay.
We got anything else? Any other horrible bars?
Okay.
I got another one from Dr. Dre, and I know this came up in the other podcast about him having his ghostwriters, but this was from Nothing But a G Thing. It's like, never let me slip, because if I slip, then I'm slipping.
Well, man, Dre got to stick to what he does.
Captain Obvious right there.
You can't quit his day
I got
job,
one more
man.
from Lil Wayne. These niggas think they hard. These niggas just nipples. I don't know.
Oh,
All right, let me hit you with two more. So, Jules Santana, rock star, flyer than an ostrich. Ostriches don't fly.
They don't fly.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. And then these two, and these would be my last two. I'll put them about the same in that.
Is there a Joe Budden song in one of these two?
Nah, I couldn't. Even if I wanted to. I tried to look for one just to be balanced, and I still couldn't find it.
I hear you.
These two are just, I don't understand how these people get paid to rhyme. Mims, right? Everybody has heard, this is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not. Oh, really?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When I was in middle school, I'll never forget, for the Valentine's Day dance, I had that lyric on a T-shirt. Okay, I took it to the dance. I had that exact, because that's like the song, man. Like, I grew up with that shit. So, like, I had that on a T-shirt. I might still have it. I gotta dig it up and put it on the next episode. But I had the lyric. I showed up to the dance like this, mind you. Okay.
Bars.
That's a life anthem right there.
Has there ever been that line that's like, it's a horrible line, but you still say it hard when it's playing on the radio? Like, you say it like it's a dope line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know who does that to me?
Yeah, yo, that's my next one, man.
Go ahead. I got one too. Go ahead.
Kanye and Jay-Z, niggas in Paris. Ball so
Be
hard,
careful.
that shit great. Ain't it, Jay? What she ordered? Fish fillet?
Hey. That line is hype. That line is super hype, man.
Yo. Hold on. Let me try to say this super hard right now, all right? Because I feel hard as fuck when I say this line. Ready?
Pause.
Yellow diamond.
Yeah, Start over, Jose. Start over.
Yo, that's it. He's got his zone. He was in the zone right there. You just took it from
Yellow diamonds in my ear. You can call them lemon heads. Lemon head end up dead. Ice like Winnowpeg. Gemstone Flintstones. You can say I'm friends with Fred. But this is where it gets hard. You want happy scrappy? I got Pataki at me. Bitches say I'm tacky daddy. Range look like Laffy Taffy. Oh!
Where's that meme? What is it? Where Kevin Hart starts rapping and he's like, bars. Everyone's like, oh.
Look like Laffy Taffy. No, he didn't. Anyway, anybody got anything else? Because now we're wrapping this up. We want to thank everybody for showing up, whether you're listening to us on your ride home, from work, or on your way to work, or you got to us from CosGamer.com. Keep hitting those guys up. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. It's right here or right here. We're trying to figure that out. But the point is, subscribe so you can get 2 shows a week now, guys. That's what it is. Peace.